Hey gamers, don't forget to listen to the Game Nights radio show every Tuesday. Also on Got Game, check back often for brand new reviews by me. The Game Nights channel will have interviews and more reviews coming soon, so check back often. Lastly, therealgamemaster.com is live. That means you guys can watch full reviews of my show on the website without it being split on parts on YouTube. Also, you can view our forum site, join, talk with other gamers, get help in Gaming 101, and a whole lot more. Well, enjoy the review. God bless, and happy gaming.
Let me tell you a story.
Hey, what's up gamers? It's Kalen here. How's it going? We are one review away from the 100th review. Spectacular. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. But before we get to that review, we are doing Sonic and the Black Knight for the Nintendo Wii. And that is review number 99. Yeah. Well folks, it's time for us to grab our swords and start slashing some knights. In a world of chivalry and magic, the Black Knight has Camelot in the grip of fear. A lone sorceress flees the creatures of the underworld. Knowing that her fate is sealed, she summons a brave warrior from the future to come to her aid. A massive wormhole fills the sky, and Sonic the Hedgehog emerges from the portal. Realizing that this girl is in trouble, Sonic throws his chili dog up in the air and speeds into action. Before the girl can even blink, the Hedgehog has vanquished the creatures behind her. Then simply reaches out his palm and catches the free-falling chili dog. The young woman is speechless. The cocky speed demon sets his gaze upon the Black Knight. The clash of the titans is about to begin. Can Sonic defeat the Black Knight, or has Sonic bit off more than he can chew? Play the game to find out. Black Knight has your typical Hedgehog gameplay, but with a twist. This time players are able to attack a lot of enemies at once thanks to Sonic's new sword. Sonic's homing attack has been improved as well, and the soul gauge can now be maxed out to dish out a lot of super moves. Adventure Mode is the main mode of the game and it has a map of Camelot. Adventure Mode tells the game's story as well, and like in past Sonic games, you have to make your way to the end of the stage, except this time you're going to have to fight your way through hordes of enemies. The grading system is similar to Secret Rings, although you can only get up to 5 stars. Players also will collect numerous items throughout the game. Black Knight does have multiplayer up to 4 players, but it's abysmal. Nothing like Secret Ring's Sonic Party. Instead, players can either verse one another, or you can play against a monster, but you're always timed and it's a major drag. Later in the game too, players can unlock 3 more characters, Blaze, Knuckles, and of course Shadow the Hedgehog. Still, the overall point of this game is to defeat the vile Black Knight and restore peace to Camelot. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. How do I control Sonic? Well, if you remember Sonic and the Secret Rings, you controlled Sonic the way you would a car. Get off the road! But in this game, you actually control Sonic with the nunchuck and the Wiimote together. And you'll actually move Sonic with the joystick. And then you swing your sword, you guessed it, by waggling the remote. Most people are still annoyed at all the sword swinging. Still, the game is not as slow as Sonic Unleashed's Sonic's Werewolf Mode, Sonic has some wicked powerful sword attacks. To use them, hold in the B button and just swing the remote. It's that easy. You can do multiple attacks until the red bar empties. Sonic can also jump by pressing the A button, and players can also chain attacks in the air by holding in the B button and swinging the Wiimote forward. And it actually resembles Sonic's homing attack. Pretty cool. Sonic and the Black Knight has some of the best graphics that I've seen on the Wii, at least right now. The game is just stunning, and you know what? Lots of other pros agree with me, but that's where I draw our agreement. I was very pleased with the level layout and design for Black Knight in general. Inside the Dragon's Den, you have an insanely well-crafted and detailed stage, and Sonic runs on top of beams of light. I mean, what more do you want? Like always, I'm going to mention my favorite designed stage and boss fight. While Dragon's Cave is pretty sick, this level is just too hot to handle. I know, bad pun. This stage with its volcano surfing goes to the top of my list. Check out the detail in this stage. Now that's epic. The best looking boss battle has to be against the second dragon. I'm impressed, Sega. Alrighty, whether you hate Jason Griffin or not, the guy is getting better at being Sonic. The voice acting in this game is much better than Secret Rings and way better than Unleashed. I think part of the reason is because there are less cutscenes, which I'm very happy with personally. I feel that when the cast had something to say to move the storyline, they did just that, and I wasn't in a hurry to turn off their voices. Not that the voice acting is the best I've heard in a Sonic game, but it's not painful to listen to either. What impressed me the most about this game is its music. I wasn't a huge fan of Secret Rings music, but I did love Unleashed. However, I wasn't humming the songs after I heard them played, if you know what I mean. Most of the songs in this game are just so epic, and I strongly suggest that you guys buy the soundtrack. Sound effects, on the other hand, not bad, not good. Most of the nostalgic Sonic noises are back, like collecting rings, etc., but during the gameplay, that blasted sword seems to talk too much, especially in the heat of battle. Still, I've heard much worse. Sonic and the Black Knight is the second exclusive Wii Sonic game, and it's also the second in Sega's storybook series. The first, of course, being Sonic and the Secret Rings and the Arabian Nights. Black Knight was revealed in Nintendo Power's 2008 July issue. At the Tokyo Game Show 2008 in October, the public got to see a sneak peek of what Sonic's second storybook adventure had in store. Now, Black Knight adds the same formula from Sonic Unleashed, except it mixes both the beat-em-up and speed stages into one level, as opposed to two levels, a night and a day stage. The big improvement over Secret Rings is Sonic's ability to recover and move backwards without much error. The other big improvement are the cutscenes, although to be fair, in Secret Rings it was supposed to be a storybook, but I have to say that many fans like the animated scenes better in Black Knight, and I agree with them. Black Knight released March 2009 worldwide. The way Sonic gains levels in this game is by increasing the amount of followers you have. Now, collecting items may not seem important at the beginning of the game, but trust me, later on, it is very important. Now, the reason why you want to collect items is so that the blacksmith, or Tails, can make the Knights of the Round Table better weapons. Sonic, for some reason, has no need for a better sword, but if you played the game, you'll know. By going to the craftsman screen, Tails will fashion you a new weapon for one of your Knights. Players can make up to 33 weapons for the Knights to use. However, this can only be done if you have a lot of numerous items. The other important part of this game is equipping items. However, this is drastically different than Secret Rings. While Sonic and the Knights can change between three fighting styles, they will need to equip certain items to aid them throughout the game.